controller, the deem link is up.
All right, reach top of the hour. Anybody on frequency know, are we going west to east or east to west tonight?
KV0WC, we're going east to west.
All right, thank you. I was just working on the roster that I had, and I was adding new names. It's nice. We've actually got quite a few new people to the organization, and I'll share that list with you after the meeting.
Roger, roger. Sounds good.
I figure that way we'll get it ready for the next person. All right, let's see, what are we at? 0300 Zulu, which is 2000 hours in Mountain Time, 2100 hours in the Central Time Zone. I want to welcome everybody to the SD Link Net. We meet here, just like I said, here at 8 Mountain, 9 Central every Wednesday. The purpose of this net is for emergency preparedness, handling of traffic, making amateur-related announcements, and operational testing of the SD Link system. Please give your call sign even if you're just testing your ability to access the SD Link system. It's not okay to kerchunk, and it's very rude or inconsiderate to monitoring stations. It's also illegal according to Part 97 FCC rules. Temporary individual crossband repeat with the SD link is highly discouraged, and any permanent linking is not permitted by the South Dakota Amateur Radio Council. Let's see, break here. Stations that use APRS should be sure that they're not beaconing when on an SD link frequency. Radio operators using APRS should make sure that automatic beaconing is turned off when they're off the APRS frequency. It's easy to forget, and safe practice is to use a dedicated radio for APRS and never move it off the APRS frequency. The SD link welcomes everyone to RAG 2 on our network, but please observe common courtesy to all and leave room for emergencies and breaking stations to join your conversation. Your net control tonight is Matt, Kilo 0, Bravo, Bravo, Charlie, in Sioux Falls. The SD link consists of 14 repeaters, which use the 146.2 tone, except for the Salem Whiskey 0 Sierra Delta UHF hub and the Sioux Falls UHF repeater, which use a 103.5 tone. We have coverage from Minnesota to Wyoming on Interstate 90 and from Iowa to north of Watertown on Interstate 29. Including tonight and most Wednesday nights, the Black Hills repeaters in Rapid City and Bear Mountain will be a part of the system tonight, and that extends our coverage into Nebraska and Wyoming. The SD link is owned and operated by the South Dakota Amateur Radio Council. It can be monitored on Broadcastify.com. As simplified, just look for Sierra Delta Alpha Romeo Charlie, SDARC, and you can find it and listen to this here. Often it's also posted to YouTube and can be reviewed to monitor your station performance or simply hear how we all sound here on the link. Again, search for SD Link or Sierra Delta Alpha Romeo Charlie to find the recordings. To make sure your entire call sign is received when you check in, please key up, wait 2 seconds or so, or a second and a half or 2 seconds, then give your call sign twice, once normally and at least once phonetically, as there is some delay across the whole great state of South Dakota with this many link sites. If you are interested in being a net control, please contact Steve, Kilo Bravo 0, Whiskey Sierra Victor, the Sierra Delta Link SD Link Net Manager. He's also here tonight on the net, so if you want to just express your interest, we can also do that. I would certainly encourage people to give this a try, especially if you'd like to be a Skywarn or Skywarn net control, or if you'd like to be an Aries radio operator. This is very, very good experience, and it's a friendly environment. The first time is not too bad. The second time goes way easier. So this is not too bad of a deal to do. It's a very good practice to put your amateur radio emergency communication skills to use. If you'd like more information about SD Link, go to our webpage at sdlink.org. That's Sierra Delta, Lima, India, November Kilo, Oscar Romeo Golf, SDLink.org. We have all the list of all the repeaters in our great system, including the clubs across the state with websites and more. It does take a substantial effort to maintain this whole system, and it's done by relatively few individuals. If you would like to make a contribution to keep this great system running, you can contact our South Dakota Amateur Radio Council's treasurer, Whiskey Zero Sierra Delta, or through PayPal. Again, look at sdlink.org website, and there will be plenty of information for you there. Is there any traffic announcements or bulletins for the net? Please call now.
KF0DLU announcement.
KF0DLU, go ahead.
Thank you very much. I'd just like to remind everybody that next Tuesday, March 12th, is the monthly meeting for the Prairie Dog Amateur Radio Club in Yankton, South Dakota. We will have our meeting starting at 7 o'clock and our presentation starting at 7:30. This month we have Arliss, W7XU, who was on the recent de-expedition to Clipperton Island. So he's going to be presenting on what they did down there and all the fun contacts they made. So anybody who would like to join us, we'd love to have you. It's at Christ the King Church on just off of Broadway there, right across the street from the Wendy's and Taco Bell. So also like to remind everybody about our Wednesday night digital net that meets right before this. It is a Yaesu System Fusion reflector. You can find all the information on our website, pdarc.org. And if you wouldn't mind giving me a short time check-in, I would highly appreciate it on the Turkey Ridge repeater. KF0DLU, back to net.
Kilo 50, Delta Lima Uniform. Yeah, we'll give you the short check-in there then from Turkey Ridge. Arliss he's been on many de-expeditions around the globe, all the way down to Antarctica and I think places and everything in between the poles. I think he's been there. So he's a very interesting speaker. I would encourage you to, if you can make it down there to Yankton, it would be worth the drive to hear Arliss speak about his latest adventure to Clipperton. Anybody else got any announcements for the net? Please call now.
Kilo Bravo Zero, Whiskey Sierra Victor.
All right, go ahead, Steve.
Thank you, Matt. Just wanted to mention two things. Still looking for some volunteer net managers, not net managers, but NCSs for the month of March. If you're looking for some experience, just call me and we'll set it up. Also, don't forget about daylight savings time this weekend. We're all going to lose an hour, so just wanted to keep that on everybody's radar. So that's all I had. K0BBC, KB0WSV.
All right, Steve. Yeah, like I say, hopefully we can get some guys here, especially like I say with Skywarn coming up and those that are members of Aries groups. I mean, good training here so that you're ready to roll. Oh golly, I was just looking here on the ARRL website for any hamfests or conventions coming up. I don't see anything on here on the list, but I will mention that the Saturday, July 20th. Please mark the date. We just got that confirmed for the Sioux Falls Hamfest. So we're going to same church as last year. Again, mark Saturday, July 20th. Making sure let me check my calendar, make sure I'm giving everybody the right date here. But yes, that is the date. We'll have more information on that on the Sioux Empire Amateur Radio Club website, and we'll give definitely some more details as we get closer to that date here on the SD Link Net. Anybody else, any other announcements for the good of the group, please call now. All right. Yeah, let's see. We're 9 minutes past the hour. K0BBC hosting the SD Link Net this weekend. East to west, let's actually start in the northeast. Let's go up to our friends in Watertown. Anyone on the Watertown repeater, please check in with your call sign twice.
K0EPX, west in Watertown. Kilo Echo 0, Echo Papa X-ray. Kilo Echo 0, Whiskey Papa Charlie, KE0WPC, Aiden near Toronto on Watertown.
Try that again. I think my push-to-talk came loose. All right, try that again. KE0 EPX West, good to hear you. KE0 WPC Aiden, sneaking in on the repeater to the north. Good to hear you. Anybody else in Watertown, please call now.
Control, Kilo 0 Alpha Tango Yankee, Mike on the Watertown machine, K0ATY.
All right, Mike, KA0ATY. Good to hear you there in Watertown. Last call for Watertown, please call now. All right, down to Toronto. Anybody on the Toronto repeater, please check in with your call sign twice, please.
KC0 Oscar Victor Charlie, KC0 OVC, thanks for doing the net, man.
Kilo Delta 0 Echo Mike Juliet, KD0 EMJ, Jack and Champion, Minnesota on the Toronto repeater with no traffic.
Kilo KB0 QEF, Kilo Bravo 0, Quebec Echo Foxtrot, Jack and Brookings on the Toronto machine, no traffic, we're clear.
Foxtrot 0 Mike Romeo Victor Paul KF0 MRV Brookings clear.
Kilo Charlie 0 Foxtrot Lima Kilo KC0 FLK, Harlan for Bruce, no traffic.
All right, we got a great list there. KB0 QEF, Dick, good to hear you. KC0 FLK, Harlan from Bruce. KC0 OVC, Raleigh, the voice of Toronto. KD0 EMJ, Jack, good to hear you from Minnesota. And then KF0 Mike Romeo. I missed your whole call sign there, Paul.
0 MRV Victor.
All right, Kilo Fox 0, Mike Romeo Victor. Good to get you in the log there, Paul. Anybody else want to check in on the Toronto repeater? Please call now.
Kilo Echo 0 Whiskey Papa Charlie on Toronto.
All right, you're making it there into your local repeater there. Just dandy, Aiden. Good to hear you. Anybody else for Toronto? Please call now. All right, we'll move on to 29 to the Coleman repeater. Anyone want to check in on the Coleman repeater? Please call now.
Kilo Echo 0 Whiskey Papa Charlie KE0 WPC on Coleman.
This is Kilo Foxtrot 0 Alpha India Tango KF0, Josh Brookings on Coleman.
All right, KE0 WPC, Aiden in there for his third check-in, making sure all the Interstate 29 repeaters are working. KF0 AIT, good to hear you, Todd. Anybody else on the Coleman repeater, please call now. All right, that brings us to Sioux Falls. The Sioux Falls repeater. Let's space them out, guys. Give your call sign twice, please.
Net control, this is N6 DEG, November 6, Victor Echo Golf, John and Brandon, and Kilo Foxtrot 0 IZU, KF0 IZU, Anne Marie and Brandon. Thanks for doing that, Matt.
KD0TE, Kilo Delta 0 Tango Echo, Kilo Delta 0 Tango Echo, Stephen, Sioux Falls, clear.
This is November 4, Lima Delta Bravo, Lance in Sioux Falls. Thanks for calling the net, Matt, N4LDB.
Kilo Fox 0 Charlie Zulu Delta KF0 CZD, Chad, Southwest Sioux Falls. Thanks for doing the net, Matt.
Kilo Foxtrot 0 Mike Sierra Kilo KF0 MSK Mark in Southwest Sioux Falls.
All right, you guys did a good job there. November 6 Victor Echo Golf and KF0 IZU. John and Anne Marie, good to hear you. Good to see you at the meeting this week. Oops, I got a little motto here. N4LDB, Mr. Poda, good to hear you tonight. KF0CZD, Mr. Sioux Falls President. Good to see you this weekend on the air. And KD0TE, Steve, also got you checked in for tonight. Anybody else from, KF0MFK, Mark, good to get you in there too. Anybody else on the Sioux Falls repeater, please call now.
Kilo Foxtrot 0, Golf Foxtrot Sierra. KF0GFS, Lynn in southwest Sioux Falls.
Delta 0, uniform, KD0, UU, Tim in Sioux Falls.
Kilo Foxtrot 0, Golf Tango Alpha, KF0GTA, Chris in Sioux Falls.
Kilo Bravo 0, Whiskey Sierra Victor, KB0, WSV, Steve in Sioux Falls.
All right, we got KB0 WSV. Good to hear you again, Steve. KD0 UUU Tim, Lynn KF0 GFS, and KB0 GTA. Chris, anybody else for the Sioux Falls? Peter, anybody else for Sioux Falls? Please call now.
This is Kilo Echo 0 Zulu, KE0Z, Will, Sioux Falls, no traffic.
K0 Sierra Echo Juliet, K0 SEJ, Norm, Hills, Minnesota, no traffic.
KG6IXW, Kilo Golf 6, India X-Ray Whiskey, Curtis in western Sioux Falls, over.
Whiskey Victor 0 Kilo, WV0K, still southeast Sioux Falls.
All right, I got a good list there. There's going to be one person that's tried twice now to get in, and I've got nothing but static. So if you're on an HT in your basement, can you try to move to something a little better or try a little higher power? We'll try to get you here in round 4 here. But we got Norm, K0SEJ, there from Hills, Minnesota. Thank you. Will, KE0Z, good to see you at the meeting this week. And Curtis, KG6IXW, another one. And Whiskey Victor 0 Kilo, Phil, also from Sioux Falls. Good to get you all in the log there. Does that station, that they know they haven't heard their call yet? You want to try it again? I'm listening, K0BBC. All right, I don't hear him in there. Anybody last call for the Sioux Falls repeater before we continue to head south?
0 Zulu Mike Lima, W0 ZML, Adam in Sioux Falls.
All right, Adam, you're going to be the last one then. W0ZML, good to get you in the log there, buddy. And good to see you this week a couple of times. Let's move down to Turkey Ridge. Pick up the southeast corner of the great state of South Dakota. Turkey Ridge repeater users, please check in with your call sign twice, please.
Whiskey 0, Kilo Alpha Lima, W0KAL, Bill in Tyndall. And I look forward to seeing you at your presentation at the Huron meeting.
All right, we got W0KAL. Bill, I haven't actually heard that. I know it's in April. Do you know what day is the Huron meeting? We might as well advertise that now. I don't have it at the top of my head.
I have it on my calendar as March 1st, but it could have been April 21st. My brother's a member up there.
I'm hoping it's April 21st because I'm getting just ready to go to Vanuatu to Yankee Juliet 0AA or VK there on March 21st. But I better check with the boss and make sure that I'm not on the 21st of March because otherwise that won't be nearly as exciting than with some other stuff. But yeah, we could do POTA for either one. Thank you for the reminder, Bill. Good to hear you. This is the SD Link Net. It's 23 minutes past the hour. K0BBC control. Looking for check-ins on the Turkey Ridge repeater. Please call now.
KE0IDM, Jim in Yankton, Kilo Echo 0, India Delta Mike. Thanks for doing the net.
All right. I got KE0IDM, Jim there in Yankton. Thanks for joining us today. Anybody else? Last call for Turkey Ridge. Please call now. All right, let's move west to the Salem repeater. Salem, please check in now.
Whiskey 0 Sierra Delta, at Salem, clear.
Whiskey 0W Nick, currently in Salem.
Kilo Foxtrot 0 Lima Zulu Oscar, KF0LZO Dan and Trip.
All right, we got Whiskey 0 Sierra Delta, the resident of Salem. Good to hear you, Ed. Steve, I think you doubled with him there, KB0 WSV, but I think I caught the Sugar Victor, so I think it was you. And then Dan, you came in, KF0LZO from Trip. Good to hear you there. Anybody else in Salem?
Kilo Tango 0 with KT0W Nick, currently in Salem.
All right, Kilo Tango 0 Whiskey, thanks for joining us there on the Salem repeater. Last call for Salem. All right, 25 minutes past the hour for the Wednesday night SD Link Net, K0 BBC Net Control. Looking for check-ins in Crandall Hill. Please check in with your call sign twice, please.
Control, this is KE0BTV. Kilo Echo 0. Bravo Tango Victor. The name is Larry, and I'm in Aberdeen.
KE0BTV. Larry, sounding good tonight. Thanks for joining us. Anybody else on Crandall Hill, please call now. All I got was a DTMF tone. You want to try that again? Yeah, we'll try to pick you up later. All I got is a DTMF tone. I got no voice in that one at all. We'll come back to you when we do cleanup here. Moving west to Wessington Springs. Wessington Springs users, please check in with your call sign twice, please.
Whiskey 0 Gold Kilo Echo Ron and Mitchell. W0 TK is clear.
Kilo Delta 0 Yankee November Oscar, KD0 Lion-O Harv, west of Harrison, clear.
All right, Whiskey 0 Golf Kilo Echo. Ron, good to hear you tonight. Good signal. And KD0 YNO Harv, sounding good there in suburban Harrison. Anybody else on the Wessington Springs repeater, please call now. All right, moving on. Let's move on to the Reliance machine. On the Reliance repeater, please check in with your call sign twice, please.
November 0, November Papa Oscar, Greg near Pier on the Reliance repeater with no traffic. N0 NPO.
All right, we got N0 NPO. Good to hear you, Greg. Anybody else for Reliance? All right, up the U.S. Highway then to our fine capital city there on the Big River. Anybody on the Pier repeater, please check in now. Get skunked here. Anybody on the Pier repeater, check in with your call sign twice, please. Should even ask, Greg, N0 NPO, can you hear us on the Pier machine?
It's N0 NPO on Pier 7-3 machine.
All right. Thanks, Greg. I just want to make sure the thing worked. So that's good. I'm surprised we're not some of our other regulars, another Chris or another Greg or a Jim. I'm surprised they're not in today. Last call for Pier. All right, I'm going to head west of the river to the Murdo repeater. Please check in with your call sign twice, please.
This is Alpha 0 Lima Yankee. Tam near Pier on the Murdo machine. No traffic. AA0LY.
All right, Tam, AA0LY. Good to hear you on the Murdo machine here. I'll move over to Phillip. Anybody on the Murdo or Phillip machine want to check in now? Please call.
India Bravo, Mike in Piedmont on the Phillip machine, KE0QIB.
All right, there's the voice of Piedmont. Good to hear you, Mike. KE0QIB. Good to hear you in there. Anybody else for Murdo or Phillip? All right, 31 minutes past the hour on a Wednesday night, SD Link Net. All amateurs are, if you're traveling with us here, are invited to join us here. This is an open net to any amateurs here across the great state of South Dakota. Moving now to the Black Hills, we'll go to the Rapid City UHF repeater. Rapid City UHF, please check in with your call sign twice, please.
0 BUG, Kilo Bravo 0 Bravo Uniform Tango Gem on the UHF, and also check in KB0 AYT, Kilo Bravo 0 Bravo Yankee Tango Linda.
KC0JG, Kilo Charlie 0 Juliet Golf Echo Andy on the Rapid City UHF Portable.
All right, we got KB0 Bravo Uniform Tango Jim and KB0 Bravo Yankee Tango Linda. Thanks for joining us. KC0 Juliet Golf Echo Andy there in Rapid. Also good to hear you. Anybody else want to join the group there? We'll say on Rapid City UHF or VHF. Please call now.
AYN, Kilo Delta 0 Alpha Yankee November, Delbert Rapid City on VHF.
All right, we got Delbert's in there, KD0AYN. Good to hear you there in Rapid City. Anybody else on Rapid City UHF or VHF? Please call now. I do want to pick on you guys for just a minute, just ask, is there anything going on with the Black Hills Radio Club? I know you guys are probably planning stuff now kind of for the spring. I don't know if you have any announcements for the Black Hills Club, if you've got anything going on. If anybody wants to chime in, please call now. All right, I'll move on then to Terry Peak. Let's go up to the Terry Peak repeater. Please check in with your call sign phonetically twice, please.
0ZNZ Kilo 0 Zulu November Zulu Zeb on the Terry Peak machine. Thanks for doing the net, Matt.
All right, good to hear my fellow POTA activator there, Zeb. You're sounding good tonight, K0ZNZ. Anybody want to join Zeb there on the Terry Peak repeater, please call now. All right, let's move over to Bear Mountain. Anybody check-ins on the Bear Mountain repeater, please call now.
Bravo Delta Charlie, Brian Custer on Bear Mountain. Larry on Bear Mountain, Edgemont. Bravo Delta Charlie, Brian in Custer.
You guys are doing an excellent job of doubling on each other, so we'll try to sort this out here. I think I'll do this one at a time to make sure I've got them correctly. Do I have a Whiskey 0 Bravo Delta Charlie?
Bravo Delta Charlie, Brian in Custer.
All right, there we go. Kilo Bravo 0 Golf Delta, Kilo Delta Golf. I think Kilo Bravo 0 Kilo Delta Golf. Brian in Custer. Roger.
Delta Charlie, Brian in Custer.
Okay, there I think we have Whiskey 2 Bravo Delta Charlie, Brian in Custer. Roger, roger. All right, I'm going to take that as a roger, roger. There's a couple other stations. Let's try the other stations there in Bear Mountain. Please call again with your call sign phonetically twice, please.
KF0MTO, Kilo Foxtrot 0
Okay, I got Kilo Fox 0, Mike Tango Oscar. Roger, roger. I think that's Roger. There's another Kilo Fox 0. Kilo Fox 0. There might have been a Juliet in the suffix. Give me your call sign phonetically 3 times, please. Call sign phonetically 3 times. Try to pull you out here.
K0ZNZ.
K0ZNZ. You got a relay for me, Zeb?
Sign is Kilo Foxtrot 0, Oscar India Echo. Kilo Foxtrot 0, Oscar India Echo.
All right. Hey, thanks for the relay, Zeb. Kilo Fox 0, Oscar India Echo. Can I get a Roger, Roger? KF0OIE. Can I get a Roger, Roger? Over. Zeb, did you hear a Roger, Roger out of that?
Roger there, back to net. K0ZNZ relay.
All righty. Thanks, Zeb. Thanks for making it happen there. Anybody else on Bear Mountain? Last call for Bear Mountain. Please call in with your call sign phonetically twice, please. Oofta. Okay, testing my pile-up skills here on Bear Mountain today. Thank you, everybody. 41 minutes past the hour on the Wednesday night net for the SD Link. This is K0 BBC Net Control. Any late check-ins West River or late check-ins West River, please call now. All right, any late check-ins East River, late check-ins East River, please call now.
Kilo Charlie 0 with November Golf with the late check-in.
Kilo Charlie 0 again, please.
Yeah, I was the one on Crandall with the DTMF going. Apparently had a mic failure. This is Kilo Charlie 0, Whiskey, November Golf. KC0, WNG, Douglas Miller. No traffic. This time through spring.
All right, Doug. Well, they say, glad you got through the mic failure. Yeah, good to hear your voice, not your DTMF tone there. Thanks for joining us there in Crandall Hill, KC0WNG. Anybody else East River late check-ins, please call now. All I got was the letter Delta. Give me your call sign phonetically twice, please. All right, I think I Kilo Fox 0, Oscar Mike Delta. Can you give me a Roger, Roger? I think I got a Roger, Roger there from KF0 OMD. Any station anywhere on the SD Link that wishes to check in, late check-ins, anybody, anywhere, call now. All right, I'll just give a last pitch here. I think it's the second Tuesday of the month, which I believe then will be this coming Tuesday, the 12th of March. Arliss, Whiskey Uniform 7 X-Ray, I think is his call sign. Arliss is a great DXer here from the state of South Dakota. He's going to be giving a presentation at the Prairie Dog Radio Club this next Tuesday at 7 p.m. At Christ the King Lutheran Church. If you go to the Prairie Dog Amateur Radio Club website, there's more details. But Arliss is a great speaker. I say done a lot of fun DXpeditions and interesting to hear about. So he'll be speaking next Tuesday at 7 p.m. in Yankton. And lastly, just a reminder, Saturday, July 20th, the Sioux Falls will be having their Ham Fest. The Sioux Empire Amateur Radio Club will be hosting the Ham Fest. More details to come, but just to save the date for July 20th. Anybody else want to be that last check-in? Last check-ins anywhere, any place, anywhere. Call now.
Oscar Uniform Hotel, Kilo Echo Zero, Oscar Uniform Hotel, Joan in Piedmont.
Oscar Uniform India, KE0, OUI, Bill, Piedmont, Rapid City 94 repeater. This is W0BLK controller. The deem link is down.
Okay, that cut off. Goodbye, Bear Mountain. Goodbye, Terry Pete. KE0OUH Joan and KE0OUT Bill in Piedmont there. Good to get you there under the wire. Last call, late and last, any place, anywhere. Call now.
KF0MJU, Kilo Foxtrot 0, Mike Julia, Uniform, downtown Sioux Falls.
All right, Kilo Fox 0, Mike Juliet, Uniform, Sioux Falls. Anybody else want to be the last one in? Call now.
Bravo 0, Romeo Juliet Hotel, Pier.
0WC, Kilo Charlie 0, Whiskey Charlie, Jerry and Belle Pouche.
I recognize there Jerry from Belle Fourche, KC0WC. Thanks for joining us. I got a Whiskey Juliet again, please. Was there a Whiskey Juliet Hotel? A Whiskey Juliet Hotel call again? Maybe it was one of those that got caught by the alligator on Terry Peak or Bear Mountain. And KF0MJU in Sioux Falls. Thanks for joining us. Anybody? The last call. Let's give it. Anybody else want to sneak in?
Bravo 0, Romeo Juliet Hotel, Pier.
Whiskey Bravo 0, Romeo Juliet Hotel in Pier. Thank you for joining us there. Did I get that? WB0 RJH. Roger, Roger.
Roger.
Okay. All right. Anybody gonna try to sneak under the wire here before I wrap it up? All right, everybody. Thank you for a great net tonight. You guys, we did a good job there. And thank you, I think, to Zeb and some others that were helping with relays there to get some of those Bear Mountain, that sound like some rare DX stations in there. So, good grief. So, thank you, everybody, for doing that there. Let's see. I was looking for my preamble and my closer, and I can't see it here right in front of me. Oh, here we go. Yes, now I know what I'm saying. Yeah, this is Kilo 0, Bravo, Bravo, Charlie, securing the SD Link Net. We'll meet again next week at this same time, which would be 8 Central, 9 Mountain. That'll be daylight time, so don't forget everybody, I think we spring ahead this week. So, yeah, I don't just want everybody to miss the meeting. Again, K0BBC. Thank you for joining us, everybody, and returning these repeaters back to normal amateur use. 73 K0BBC.
BBC K0ZNZ. 0BBC K0ZNZ.
Hey, stand by just a second, Zeb. I just need to. I got to get my last bit of duty here taken care of. KB0 WSV, KB0 Whiskey Sierra Victor Steve. We had 52 check-ins, and we had 3 announcements. We had 3 announcements. Over.
K0 BBC, KB0 WSV, 52 and 3.
Yeah, it was a good meeting, but boy, Bear Mountain was a bear tonight, to say the least. But otherwise, I think everything went very well. It sounded like all the repeaters sounded pretty good, and I didn't hear the Salem crackle tonight. Did you?
No, it was a lot better tonight. I think the wind was down quite a bit, so that helps out. I think it is a heliax or an antenna connector or something that's kind of rattling in the wind there.
Yeah, I was out at Gooder State Park until about 8 o'clock, and the wind really died down nice. So Mother Nature certainly helped us out tonight. Good to hear you again tonight, and I'll say good evening to you, and then I'll see if I can chat with Zeb here for a moment.
Roger, K0 BBC, thanks for calling that. I do appreciate it. KB0 WSV is clear.
K0ZNZ, Zeb, K0 BBC.
K0ZNZ. Hey, Matt, that one call sign right when the Bear Mountain repeaters and all them dropped out, was Kilo Echo 0 Oscar Uniform India. There was KE0OUI and KE0OUH for the 2. You had one of them you messed up on. I was just going to let you know about that.
Okay, so it's Kilo Echo 8 Oscar Uniform Hotel and then Kilo Echo 8 Oscar Uniform India. Roger.
If Kilo Echo 0 OUH, KE0OUH, and KE0OUI.
Yep, okay, yep, OUH and OUI. Perfect, yep, all right. Yeah, thanks for the relays there, buddy. Yeah, Bear Mountain was like, pulling a 2x2 call sign out of Antarctica there today, so I appreciate you on the relay. You been out doing any POTA or anything lately?
I get to call in net here in about 6 minutes, so I don't get too much time, and I haven't got to play POTA. When are you coming West River to play some POTA?
Well, I'm going to go to Vanuatu here at the end of the month I'll be Yankee Juliet 0 Victor Kilo until the 6th of April. But I'm thinking late April there, before all the tourists start invading the Black Hills. I think I want to get over there. So I'll let you know when I roar in your way. Over.
I'll make it snappy because it sounds like I'm going to be going on a fire assignment here. It could be in March or April, so you never know when I'll disappear for 30 days or so.
Well, good golly. Well, I'll try to. Hopefully that our schedules then won't mix and mash. Well, I know you said you got to call Annette here in 6 minutes, so I'll let you go. But always good to hear your voice there, Zeb, and I look forward to our next QSO. 73 for now. K0ZNZ from K0BBC.